Yeah, I want to say just how that came about. Actually, it came about, I was staying with Sophia. You know, she just said to me, like, oh my God, you're just in a love affair with life. You know, that's what you're in a love affair with life. You should like offer that as a course, like let people know this connection. You're so like in the connection with life. Realizing the love affair is not something that anyone can do, right? Like you can't do self-realization, and it's not something that you can try for, and it's not something that you can in any way make happen, just like self-realization, right? But what I see is that it's a natural way of being here for me, that I've just taken for granted as the way I live for many, many years. And it's a byproduct, actually. It's a byproduct of self-realization. So it's a byproduct that has like come through being in a true meeting with all of life. When I say a true meeting, I mean as life with life. Like it's a byproduct of awakening. So you cannot really be in a love affair with life from an ego point of view. It's just not how it is, you know. It's just not like, oh yeah, I'm so in love with life. That's a different thing. That's not what I'm talking about. So inevitably, in our journey, yeah, as in all the work that I share, there has to be a recognition of what one truly is, you know, for this to actually be realized. To be in an intimacy with everything you're in contact with is because there's such an appreciation for the meeting itself with whatever you're in, you know. It's like, you know, like, it's a juicy life, you know. And when we live in our heads, or we live in what we call the past, which is nowhere else, there's not a past somewhere else, right? Or we're grasping, then that disconnection to this true intimacy is in the way. Just as when you're in an intimacy with a partner, if you are relating as two separate people, and you're trying to get something from each other, you are like with begging bowls. And so is the other, and nobody's got the goods. So it leads to disappointment, right? So the majority, unless beings are awakened, the majority live in those places of separation. So when I say it's a byproduct of awakening, it's like when you actually recognize without any doubt whatsoever that you are that very thing you long for, that you are life itself, that you are what is essential, that what you're actually made of is a vibrating aliveness that's vibrating godliness. When you actually directly realize this, then all the little places in life, like, you know, just like right now, in my cup is a sprig of rosemary leaves and a few leaves of sage, and the connection, it's just like I'm just in connection with all that they offer as pure intelligence and the uniqueness of what they offer, and the heritage, the how many thousands of years that took for them to come to arrive in my cup, you know, like all of that is in the meeting of every sip, you know. And I don't mean that as a way like now I'm going to meditate on my, it's just naturally connection. It's connection. So that gives me a different experience of the cup of tea. Mm. It just does. And so I'm not like suggesting that you try all those things to then get some experience. It's an inner connectedness with what is essential and the meeting of all of life. So in this little journey we take together, we will be looking at and meeting with all that stands in the way of that. Of course, you know, just like when you come into a relationship with a partner, you're meeting all that stands in the way. Before love can flow, and can flow as one love, you have to meet all that stands in the way.